So this is a package of bees. There's about 3 pounds of bees, 10,000 bees I think in there. And there's a queen in a cage that is attached to this little nylon piece. And there is a can of sugar syrup that's suspended here. So when I open it, I'll shake that off, shake the bees off, and take out the can, and then take out the queen cage and suspend the queen cage here right about half a foot from the holes, the entrance hole here of the top bar hive. And then I'll suspend the queen right about here on one of these top bars. This is what the bees will make their comb on. So these hang from the top here of the hive, and then the bees begin to make their comb on this little balsa wood piece. So then I'll put these top bars across the whole hive. After I put the queen in, shake the rest of the bees in, and then I'll put the last piece, which is a jar full of sugar water and some comb, so the bees don't drown themselves by getting the sugar water for feed as they get established. So that's the plan, and hopefully by the end I'll have a complete top bar hive. All right, here we go, trying to open up the bee package. I forgot to mention that this is a little wire that I'll use to hang the queen package. So that's the queen package. All right, so now I have the queen package hanging from this top bar. She's right there. Now I'm going to dump the rest of these bees. And this I need to do quickly. Alright, just making sure there's no spaces here so they can't get out the top. Alright, I'm done. All right, so this is the last step, and you can see that they've calmed down quite a bit. They've all climbed out of this package carrier, and looks like they're pretty much settled in. So the last step I want to do is open this back up. Hopefully they will have formed a cluster around the queen right there. So they should all be in a cluster there, buzzing around. And so the back here should be empty. So what I'm going to do is open the back and put the feed in. That's the syrup water with some comb there so they don't drown. So I'll just open this up, put the syrup in, and then close it back up, and then put the actual top on, and that'll be that. All right, so you can see here that they have formed a cluster right there around the queen, which is great. It also looks like they've somehow gotten that cork out. Maybe I left it there. So I'm just going to have to brush some of these dead bees away. They'll clean the bees out later. And then put this right here. I'm just going to slide it right up into that cluster. So now they know the feed is there. And that's all I need to do. So they're going to eventually realize that they have a whole bucket of food right under them, and that's going to help them get started really quickly. And that is that. And this is a day later, all set.